end of World War II, we moved back to Montgomery. And by then I was starting in junior high school. I had an outstanding science teacher. He taught me something that has always stuck with me is anything you ask him, his response was why. He would stay after you got the right answer. He really encouraged me. I think he probably had a lot to do with my interest in science. I had applied for a Naval ROTC scholarship, expected that I would spend a year at Auburn and then go on and accept my appointment to the Naval Academy the next year. But once I got to Auburn, I really didn't want to leave. At the end of my freshman year, I was scheduled to go on an 8-week European cruise. And so my trade-off kind of was, to go on this 2-month cruise, or do I spend plebe week at the Naval Academy that summer? So that probably had something to do with it. The other problem was that Jean was 2 years behind me at Auburn. If I had gone to the Naval Academy, I would have been gone before she got to Auburn. She's been that important to me ever since. 65 years, as it turns out. My major was engineering physics, which basically was maybe the best of both worlds, of all worlds from the standpoint of what you learned, but it was not the easiest path by a long shot. If I had it to do over, I'm not sure I'd sign up for that. After the Navy, we talked to Texas Instruments. I got a job offer there. I felt like that I had been really well prepared. It really made me realize how fortunate I was and what a good background I had had. We got to looking around and looked at IBM and realized that the ability to build electronics, computers particularly, had far outpaced the ability of you figuring out how to use them. So I really left Texas Instruments to go to IBM. I had never been in a kind of a sales marketing environment, so I had to learn a lot about that. But again, it was just another type of experience that I was able to do well and felt like I was well prepared for. I ended up as chief financial officer of a Fortune 500 company. Ross Perot started EDS. It was a little company with like about 10 people. There was really no company providing service of intelligent use of computers. And so that just kind of turned into our motto that we use. Then in 1986, we were acquired by General Motors. By then, we were maybe 40,000 employees, and they were 800,000 employees. Pretty well drove the General Motors people crazy. The chief financial person of a large division of General Motors had never had an accounting course. But, I'd had physics courses, and the questions are all the same. We had reached a level of financial success that we could afford a little bit more. So the first major gift was to establish a scholarship program in honor of Gene's father, who was an Auburn graduate, supporter of Auburn, and had spent his whole career in the agricultural business. Predominantly, our gifts have been in the engineering field, one of which was a gift from the Perot family to honor me, and that was used to establish the Technology Center. Most recently, we made a gift that resulted in the naming of the new MRI building. So there's a lot going on, and it's really fun to see them come to fruition. My advice would be to put in the effort to be prepared for what opportunities may come along. Secondly, to have the tools and the confidence to take advantage of that opportunity. And my time at Auburn was certainly a key part of that.
My parents want to thank everyone, and they're sorry they couldn't attend tonight, so I'll be delivering my father's remarks. In August, my father received a call informing he had been selected as a recipient of this award. It came as a total surprise to him, as he had no idea he was being considered for this honor. He would like to thank the Auburn Alumni Association for the award and for tonight's lovely evening. Additionally, he'd like to thank his parents, who loved and encouraged him in every way, always expecting him to be the best he could be in everything he did. Their support from the very beginning gave him the foundation he needed to succeed. 72 years ago, my father arrived at Auburn not through choice, but because the Naval ROTC scholarship student, he was obligated to attend the university they chose. Thus, it was the Navy who made the call to send him to Auburn, a decision for which he will always be grateful. At the end of his freshman year, he received an appointment to the United States Naval Academy, but by then he was so thoroughly enmeshed in life at Auburn that he had no interest in being anywhere else. After graduation, my father served 4 years in the Navy and the NROTC program at Auburn, having given him the knowledge and skills he'd need to excel in his career. He first served as an engineering officer aboard an Atlantic Fleet destroyer. Then, due largely to his degree in engineering physics from Auburn, he served with the Armed Forces Special Weapons Project. However, most importantly, the time he spent in the Navy taught him how to lead people and effectively helped him lead people effectively and helped him hone his decision-making skills, both essential qualities needed as he transitioned to his career at Electronic Data Systems. There, he played a role in the growth of a revolutionary industry which created thousands of jobs worldwide. In a very diverse career that encompassed naval service, numerous management and technical positions, and finally the role of Chief Financial Officer of a Fortune 500 company, he found that his years at Auburn helped to prepare him to take advantage of all the opportunities as they presented themselves. Due to a successful career, my father was fortunate enough to be able to contribute back to the university, which had contributed so much to his life. He has had the opportunity to support the university both financially and with his time. He and my mother, Jean, have supported the School of Agriculture, the School of Math and Science, and the School of Engineering. Additionally, he served 18 years as an active member of the Board of Directors of the Auburn University Foundation, during which period they implemented significant enhancements to administration and investment operation. Without exception, my father and mother have found the university to be good stewards of their support, and they are happy to see the results of their efforts flourishing in each class that attends Auburn. Many remarkable events occurred during my father's years at Auburn, but one in particular stands out in his memory. At the beginning of his junior year, he was helping incoming freshmen register for their fall classes when he met an unusually attractive freshman girl. Asking around, he learned that she had just broken up with a long-term boyfriend. He realized this might represent an opportunity, so he asked her for a date. It turned out he was not the only boy in Lee County with this idea, but he hung in there, and they finally had their first date during Christmas break. That date was 69 years ago, and that freshman girl that caught my father's eye all those years ago is my mother, and she has been the most important person in his life every day since. Together they created an amazing family which includes me, my brothers John and Jeff, our lovely wives, 10 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. The roots of our family tree can be traced back to that fall day in 1953 when my father first saw that beautiful freshman girl standing in line. Through the past 72 years, Auburn University has been entwined in my father's life, and conversely, he has been entwined in the university's growth. He feels that with my mother by his side, he has been able to play a small role in helping Auburn accomplish great things. It has often been said that Auburn is a special place. My father assures you that it is. Thank you.